You say what?
There's a wall down there, not a dumpster.
Yeah, but it's so pretty right here. The grass so green.
It is pretty, isn't it?
It's pretty and green. It feels good outside.
Okay.
We can do it right there. You can stand right there. How you doing?
Fine.
You look nice.
Thank you.
Look at you. Check you out. Boy, look, it's pretty outside. Got your toes done.
I just fixed them so they look a little weird.
Your booty shorts on.
They're not booty, these are
but you
shorts.
got it classy though. You got the dress over.
Yeah.
A lot of girls they want to show something, but you got your eyes done. What's up?
What's up?
Got it classy. I see you. I see you.
Yeah.
It's pretty outside, ain't it, Joe?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it's beautiful out. I love it.
It's a pretty day.
I've been waiting for this.
I know. I
weather
bet you
to
have.
change.
I bet you have. So how you doing?
I've been doing a little bit better. I used an example of, you know how some of the handicapped people, like they're real big and they don't know their own strength. Mm-hmm. So they like beat up nurses and then they have to be sedated.
That's called that retarded strength.
Yeah, well they are. They're super strong and they don't realize it.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of use that as like, you know, you're going to end up locked up in a home somewhere or in a cage or sedated. You won't be allowed around regular people. And he's been such a sweetheart since I said that. And
you told him that?
Yeah. Well, the guy in Ohio, I guess he got something in the mail saying that I had a warrant. Of course, they're trying to say I had cocaine. I didn't have no cocaine. I was asleep in my car. They threw something on me and then tried to charge me with it. And I was sound asleep.
From years ago?
No.
When you came in Greensboro, you say
Yeah,
they did that to you?
Last year, they just now sent a letter saying if I didn't show up on the 17th, they were going to put a warrant out for my arrest. And here I am, 12 hours away. There's no way I could show up. And they tried to say they're charging me with possession of cocaine.
Well, you know, you saying all that shit on camera on your own. I'm not into really editing.
Well,
y'all know y'all be doing y'all getting on camera. Y'all just say shit like that.
The thing is, I'm gonna sue them because I went to private school. I don't do anything wrong. You can see I stay at home. I stay at home with my kids. I'm a great mother. I was a great mother until they ran me out of my state. So I have proof that they've arrested me every single year. I have 13 jaywalkings and never jaywalked. All kinds of different stuff. Where they busted in my house, my apartment, my hotel, my work. They sat in my work for a whole year. Yeah, that's how.
That's gotta be against the law.
It is. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, then again, I don't think so. If you got up on the investigation, then they can do things like that.
Yeah, but it's entrapment because they come into my club asking me for coke, and I said I don't know how to get coke. I don't even fuck with it. But the dude stayed in there for a whole year begging me to get it, and he said it was his birthday. So I left work early.
Listen, I don't want to talk about this. It's an open case, and I want you saying that on my camera.
Okay.
That they can use against you in court.
Right.
So I don't want to talk about that. So other than that, why you got to come right here? All these spots to come.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Well, also the guy, because of that, the guy in Ohio said he doesn't want me staying there because they have that as my address. And last time,
right here.
They come in with the marshals. And kicked in his door, surrounded his house, and he lives in a real nice. It's like $1 million house he lives in, and they surrounded his house. And it even though they have a lot of land, and the neighbors probably didn't see. No, I don't. But so he says he don't want me to stay there, but he said he will come get me. But I'm kind of wondering if I should even go back at all. You know?
Right.
But and then like I said, my foot's finally healing. I think I'm gonna try to get a job. And
well, I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of them jobs, they do background checks.
Yeah, they do.
So you make sure you be careful.
Oh, I know.
Because they do background checks, and sometimes when you do background check, it'll show you pending charges and things like that. I'm not sure if it show warrants. I don't know about nothing like that because I don't know.
Well, that's how I lost my last 2 jobs, was because my background came back. But it was worth it because the month I worked there, I made over $5,000.
In 1 month?
At both places. Yeah, I was making $25 an hour at both places. So,
$25 an hour don't add up to $5,000 a month.
It does when you work overtime. And go to work at 4 in the morning.
I know a lot of people make $25 an hour. They might bring home $3,200,
I
$3,100.
had almost $8,000 in less than 3 months saved up.
God.
Yeah, we worked 60 hours a week.
60?
60 hours a week.
Because
it was right around Christmas.
Okay.
And then after Christmas hit, everything died down and everybody was trying to get hired on. We had too much time. So instead of staying with the temp service, I tried to apply to get hired on, and then they got my record. So they actually ended up firing all the temps.
But you ended up saving up $8,000 before your record came back.
Yeah. And then before that, it was at Aldi's during COVID. So I was making a lot of money there.
Wow.
They paid more, I think.
You know, it's a lot of people out here that love to make $5,000 a month.
Yeah.
You could have took that and got your life all the way back on track.
Oh, I don't think so. I'm way more in debt than that, sweetie.
Oh, yeah.
Child
Oh, yeah.
support for one kid is over 100,000.
Yo, 100,000 for child support for one kid?
For one kid.
How many kids you got child support for?
3. I got 2 of them paid. One's paid down to 3. One's paid down to 8.
3 what?
At 3,000. And
Okay.
then my one kid is like 100,000 because she's still 16. She actually graduates and turns 17. That's why I was going to go back, watch her graduate, and then
give
no
her
more child
$200.
support. Yeah, and give her $200. He already said he's going to give her the $200. I'm going to cut it down to 150 and tell her I'm on hard times. And I think she'll understand.
Why would you say that?
Because I mean, I can't just ask somebody else to give my child $250. That's not, or $200. That's not his responsibility. And I haven't got a job yet. And I told him, I said, I've never been more depressed than I am right now. I feel like I'm just in a hole and I can't get out of it. You know what I'm saying? Between not being able to go home, getting out of a 10-year relationship, starting a new relationship, fucking that all the way up, and then, like I said, the drugs again, because I didn't use drugs for 10 years. And now all of a sudden I'm around them and I'm immersed in them and they're everywhere. And it's just like, I'm sick of them. I'm just sick of them. I'm done. I'm trying to get my shit together, and I just keep backsliding. And then, like I said, I had just bought a car and had tried to get my life together.
This is when you fell asleep behind the wheel?
Yes, and that's when I was going to Florida. I was going to start over, and they got me again, you know? But I know this sounds weird, but I left for Florida 3 times trying to find my way there, and there was nothing out there besides grass and trees. I think they knew that something was up and that we were on a different planet, so they took my car and then got me down here on a semi, because when I left, there was nothing there. And I've drove to Virginia with my parents 100 times. I know the way. I've left town 100 times. It's never been nothing but grass and trees. And at the time, I was having this thing with God, well, they took everything I owned, I'm going to take everything they own. So there was nothing but grass and trees. And then when I went on vacation to New York, like just before that happened, there was nothing there either. I had to pray for the whole city of New York to appear just to freaking be able to go on vacation and quit driving. Because we were driving for like 3 days and there was nothing but grass and trees. So every time I go somewhere, I have to just make it appear and ask God to make it appear, because there's nothing out there, you know?
Okay.
And I think that's why this place is so weird.
What place? The planet?
No.
Oh, there's North Carolina?
Dude, I seen these people taking apart this guy's house yesterday. I had prayed for these houses that would change according to what we need, so you would never run out of anything and never had to buy anything. You know, this dude was digging 10 feet into the ground and the house was still going down. Yeah, and then the pipes were all brand new. They weren't even old. They dig up the pipes outside. They were digging it in the cabinets. They took apart the toilet. There was no way to end this house. It just kept going into the ground. Like, I'd never seen anything like it.
Right before your eyes.
Right before my eyes. And it just assures me that God is listening and God does answer my prayers.
Let me ask you something. Sometimes I talk to you, you talk about shape shifting, then you talk about other planets.
Well, if you...
Hold on, let me talk.
Okay.
Talk about other planets. You got a lot of theories, and then you talk about God.
Yeah.
So you think it's one God that runs all the solar systems and all the solar systems and all the planets?
Yeah.
Okay, because I be confused.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people believe that it's extraterrestrial aliens and different planets.
There are.
Hold on. Let me talk. They believe that that's what they believe. They don't believe in a God. They believe in life forms on all planets, but it's not a God that run everything. Then some people believe in God and don't believe in aliens. But you seem to believe in both.
Yeah.
So I ain't never seen nobody believe in both before.
Because God's the creator of all things. They actually went, because I prayed that they could go faster than the speed of light. They actually went to the end of the universe, and then guess what was there?
What?
There was a blank wall, just an invisible wall where they couldn't get through. And guess what was before that?
What?
You had the giant spider planet. You had with the Kong on it. Then you had the dinosaur planet. Then you had the Matrix planet. Then you had the water planet. All of these planets were 100% sure to catch and kill anyone that tried to get into heaven. So they couldn't get in there. They'll be stuck in a matrix, or they'll be drowning in the water, or they'll get ate by the spiders. There's a wolf planet. There's all these different planets coming towards where Earth
So nobody made it through?
Nobody's made it through.
So ain't nobody in heaven?
Well, that was my fault, because God's up there with
That's it?
legions of angels. And that's what a shapeshifter is. But if you turn into an angel, that means you're pure in spirit and you're good like God. But if you turn into a demon, that means you're evil. So they're shapeshifters, but they're angels and demons are the same thing. Shapeshifter, angel, and demon are all three the same thing. And if the better you are, the more beautiful you become and turn into an angel. But the worse you are, the uglier you become, and then you become like a demon and a vampire, and you look real ugly. And it's the same thing in life. The better you are on the outside, like the better you are on the inside, the more it shows on the outside, because Jesus himself turned white as snow, and they didn't recognize him, you know? Mm-hmm. So I do believe that, because I'm telling you right now, it's funny, because my hair when I was younger was pure white. My name means white wave, Jennifer. And my hair was pure white, but the older I got, the darker it got. But the more closer to God I get and the less I sin, the blonder it gets. But right now, as you can tell, I'm living with a man. I'm not married. I'm smoking cigarettes. I'm not at home taking care of my kids because the police forced me out. And there's just a lot of things that are contributing to me not looking my best right now.
And the more that you ain't living in sin, the darker your hair get.
Yeah.
But the more pure you get, the more white your hair get.
Well, you have to reach enlightenment too. Like you can diet and it'll stay that way, but see, the thing I've realized about like black people is they're extremely blessed also. They're like another people like me and the angels, because no matter what people did to try to hold them down, like, okay, say for instance, I was just telling him about this. You see how they wouldn't even feed them, and they were the ones growing all the food. So they would take the stomach lining out of the pig, and then the intestines where the poop comes out, and that's what chitlins are, and they would feed it to the slaves. But guess what? All the parasites leave the intestines and leave the stomach and go to the fatty part of the pig. So not only were they evil and getting to eat parasites and nasty pig, you guys have the best flavored, safest part of the pig to eat. And then and then guess what happened after that?
What?
You all became part of the army and had pension checks. And then you guys all became superstars. Like, there was nothing they could do to hold you guys down.
Right.
And it's the same way with me. Like, I don't know. I think a lot of the white people around here, they came from this planet called Prometheus. And these men are pale white. They're pale white, and they're violent, and they're vicious, and they're evil. And their whole planet got destroyed because they're evil. And they came to Earth and destroyed it. Same with the Anunnaki. Earth, there's a planet X that goes around our solar system that only comes around once every 1,000 years. And they had tried to blow that up, and that's where the little chunk of Earth came from. And it had been seeded already because they already had plants and stuff. So that's how Earth appeared. And since that planet kept on moving, we never saw them again. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So let's talk about your addiction a little bit, because once you get to talking about that kind of stuff,
I could go on for hours. I got all the knowledge and wisdom
and I know,
God.
and it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna continue the conversation off camera, but you seem sober.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people think that when we do videos that you be high, because you be all over the place, but you be sober as hell, and I know you.
Well, I'm spastic anyway. I high energy.
I know. Listen, I know.
And I juice.
I know. Yeah. I know you be sober. But on my video, people think that you're not, because you just talk about the aliens and the planets, and you get hyper and you go on for days and you bounce around. But you be sober as hell talking about
sober.
that. So my thing is you been staying sober because you saying you sound like you're tired, and you said you was tired of the drugs. You're so tired.
Of everything. So
what steps are you going? What we got going on?
That's what I'm saying. I've already tried rehab so many times.
So okay.
And I know jail doesn't work. I know probation doesn't work. I know rehab doesn't work. The only 2 times that I stayed clean for long periods of time is when I was
did it with a man. Mom. Oh, you been a mom?
Yeah.
I thought you said you quit.
I thought you said you quit for men. I raised my kid. So that's 2-3 years right there. So because I kept them till they were about 2 before somebody called Children's Services on me for no reason. And because, like I said, I lost my first one in the hospital at 16 because my boyfriend had charges for domestic violence. So right at 16, they stole my baby from me. And then 18, I got to keep that one because I knew my way around. But like I said, I got hooked on drugs, and then after that, I never touched him after that. And I kept custody of my third one for like 2 years. And then because I was dating a black guy and living in a hotel and dancing, that didn't count as a real life. Just because I don't work a 9 to 5 and I'm slave like you and pay taxes, you're gonna take my kid? That don't make any sense. But that's how I lost it, because I wanted to go to my sister's wedding and I wanted the dad to watch her, not my mother, because my mother was going to the wedding. And it was my sister's wedding. And she called Children's Services on me, and the cop said, nope, she's got to stay here. So I had to go to my sister's wedding with my mom carrying my baby that I done carried for 9 months supported, got clean and sober for, and fucking paid all these bills and bought all this stuff for, and took care of for 2 years.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm watching my mom just walk out the door with it, and the cops are saying that's legal. So you understand why I don't believe in the government or the law.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. But let's get back to the steps you're gonna take to get clean. Because you say you love.
No,
okay.
I am so lost right now. I don't want any more kids. I can't take the heartbreak. So if you can give me some ideas, or maybe leave some comments down below, because I've tried everything. I've even left the state. You know, but like I said, I take me with me wherever I go.
Yeah, but right now you are saying that you're tired, so it's a new you now.
Yeah.
It's a new you. Yeah, you're right. No matter where you go, if you take the addiction, you want to get high, you take it in your mind, you're going to find it wherever you go. But right now, it seems like that you're really tired.
You look really nice. Have you ever been on camera?
One time.
One time, that's it?
That's it.
Wow. But you should do you, because it's your show.
Yeah, I know, but I actually got 100. Listen, I actually got 150,000 followers on TikTok.
Wow.
It's all me.
Wow.
But it ain't the same content. So yeah.
Okay.
So if y'all want to see me for real, just look up Gregory Cavness and on TikTok, and y'all see who I really am. But I kind of wanted to do this. I don't want it to be about me.
Right.
I've been getting attention all my life. So I don't need to be on camera. I don't need the attention. I don't need people say, "Oh, he look good in this." I know how I look. Yeah. I'm cool. So it ain't about me.
Well, the older I
get, it's about the people.
Fewer days I have like that.
Well, I feel like I feel good about myself every day.
Right.
I don't got to be on camera. But if they want to see me, they can always go to Gregory Cavness on TikTok, and you'll see me. Yeah. But anyway, but yeah, man, I'm proud of you. That you're staying sober.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got warrants or not. I pray you don't. I don't want to be the cause of nobody.
They can't extradite me here anymore.
I don't want to talk about that stuff, but outside that, you're doing real good. And, I thought about you. I said, let me call Jennifer. Oh, there you go. Go ahead.
Here we go again. Oh, they just cleared out the parking lot. Made everybody. He has 3 vehicles, and they made him.
They must be wanting to get on camera. I swear.
They won't let you park in the middle now.
Oh, that's why it's so clean right there.
They made him move all 3 of his cars and put a warning on it. Because instead of taking up a parking spot with his motorcycle or his truck and his trailer, because now he's taking up 3 spots, a truck or 4, a truck, a trailer, a motorcycle, and a car. So he had his truck and trailer there and his motorcycle right here on the fire line with the other guy. Instead of taking up spaces, they made him move and physically take up spaces. So now there's no spaces left. And there was already no spaces. That's why he did that. Because every day we try to park, we got to park all the way in the back by the pool because there's no spaces. But yeah, this apartment complex is really nice. This is the better side of town, I guess.
Yeah, I like the grass.
Yeah, and he's trying so hard. Like he's my inspiration. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like I'm so proud of him and everything.
I'm glad, and I'm also glad you got good things said about him today.
Oh yeah.
You say he been acting different. You say he been acting different, and you say you're a sweetheart. You're talking good about the man today.
You see, that helps also with my drug problem. You know, when people around me are being negative or putting me down or doing weird stuff, it makes me feel like I might as well just go give up, get high. But when everything's going good, it makes me feel like, well, maybe I should try a little harder, you know? And that was the same thing. That was the reason I started using it at my mom's anyway, because she reminds me of a cop or a narcissist. And, you know, she makes you feel like you're worthless, but she's the only one that loves you, and she's the only one that's going to help you. So you can't do nothing without her. And that's when I started using it. And when I moved out of her house, that's when I got clean. And I said, you know what? This isn't my life. I'm not depressed. I don't have to live like this. People are good people. And I think what it was she was depressed because of her husband. So it's a cycle that you take it out on whoever's closest to you. And there's a lot of things that go into life, not just doing the right thing, but thinking before you act.
That's right.
And trying to understand why people do what they do. And like you said, educating yourself.
That's right.
Knowledge is the best power. I know what works, I know what doesn't. So now I just gotta do it, I guess.
You're gonna figure it out. But listen, no. Last time I talked to you, I dropped you off. You said you're gonna introduce me to this guy. I probably get some, you know, that probably want some assistance and help and try and get his life together. But you never called me back. So we're gonna work on that off the camera. We're gonna work on that.
Okay.
Other than that, man, you know, I'm glad to see you, Jenny. Every time I see you, when I leave you, I feel good because you have my mind open. I'm an open-minded person.
Yeah.
And I don't count. I believe a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't believe.
Yeah.
When I talk to you, some of the stuff I believe a little bit of that stuff you be saying.
Yeah.
Not all of it.
It makes sense.
But I believe, well, not all of it. But I do believe a little bit of it. But yeah, but God bless you.
Thanks.
Yeah, we gonna get it together too, Jenny. I'm gonna rock with you.
I was